Hello, everyone, and welcome to Blog Runner Everything, and welcome back to the podcast, and welcome back to the YouTube channel as well. Whichever one of the two platforms you are listening in from, welcome back. Yes, I know it's been rather quiet, hasn't it? There's not been any football for FC Barcelona in at least a week now. We're still waiting until this coming weekend for that Espanyol match when FC Barcelona could finally lift the La Liga trophy. And, well, I've been trying my best to work on some other content, which apparently I'm taking a bit more time with than I would have wanted, but also, just generally getting caught up between two worlds, those worlds being, the podcast and the channel and my usual 9 to 5. So I'm not being able to do much here, and I apologize for that. But in my defense, the only thing that there has been to talk about has been random transfer rumory stuff, rumor here, rumor there, Messi here, Messi there, Roque and whatnot, Neymar even coming up in the, I'm not with that, guys. I'm sorry. I've tried my best to like transfer rumors, but every time that Barcelona has to be in a situation where they need to make signings and everything just goes into like hyperdrive or something like that, I just can't handle it. I can't deal with it. I can't do that because it's just way too much to keep up with. And by the time you're recording something, the thing that you're talking about has already had an update, which is taking things in an opposite direction to what you're speaking about. So that's why I usually don't do those. But here I am doing something like that because there has been one rumor in particular, which I think has been a bit too big for us to ignore. In fact, maybe two even, right? And those rumors have to do with the situation surrounding Sergio Busquets and Jordi Alba, because Sergio Busquets has decided to leave FC Barcelona. Now, officially, the last bit of news that I had heard regarding Sergio Busquets was that he's going to wait until after Barcelona have won La Liga to announce his decision. And that's just something which you probably felt was always indicating that he was probably not going to stay, right? Like, why would you wait until Barca have won La Liga to just announce once that you're staying? It's like, oh yeah, you're staying, yay. Like, you could have said that at any point, right? But the fact that he wants to announce right after FC Barcelona have won, it just seems to me like he's trying to time his farewell pretty well. And I have to say that, my man's got La Pausa even with his farewell, right? Like, he's waiting for that right moment to do his farewell. And yeah, that's just what it is. And when I heard that news, I was just like, you know what? I cannot, as a self-respecting human being who is in this space, who's always talking FC Barcelona matches and who's always talking, what kind of players Barca need, that kind of stuff, I cannot, as a self-respecting human being in that space, not talk about this, because we're talking about bar Messi and Iniesta and Xavi, maybe you could say bar Piqué, but generally we are talking about the greatest servant Barcelona has known in its entire history. All the way from, coming through La Masia to playing for the first team at a young age, winning his starting place at the young age of, 20, 21, when he displaced Yaya Toure. And he's been there for the past, what's it been now? 15 years? Yeah, 15-year long career, and he's our captain as well on top of that, and he's leaving. Like, look, last time around when our captain left, it came as a huge shock, as a huge surprise. None of us saw it coming, even though, honestly speaking, the writing was probably on the wall. We just didn't want to read that writing because nobody was into that, okay? Nobody wanted to see that. And this time around, though, we have seen the writing on the wall, we have recognized it, and we have been kind of expecting it, right? It was always like 50-50, this decision for Busquets. Him being such a big part of our history, I felt that this is something which definitely we needed to talk about, because here we have one player who, just like Messi, honestly, we could say, and just like Iniesta and Xavi before him, irreplaceable for Barcelona, right? We say this about a lot of players. Like, we've seen a lot of players come and go at Barca, right? We had that Brazilian right back who, I don't know if I should mention his name considering some of the stuff that's going on around him, who to this day Barcelona have not replaced. He was a very, very good footballer, putting aside the stuff that, he has done, and it proves he's quite a bit of a horrible human being. But it's literally him, Messi, Xavi, and Iniesta, alongside Busquets. These are the only players whom we can definitely say have proved irreplaceable for FC Barcelona. And so right now, that's what we're about to lose, okay? We're about to lose an irreplaceable player who also happens to be an upstanding human being from what I can tell. So I think that it's definitely worth coming up here to talk. For starters, of course we'll talk those other rumors, but just to put this out there, I guess, is more of my tribute to Sergio Busquets. It's been a crazy season, right? We're looking at Piqué leaving as well. Another guy who, to quote something that Barcelona like to say, marked an era. Somebody who definitely did mark an era in world football, because after the success of Piqué, we really saw ball-playing centre-backs start popping up all around the world in different teams and, in different leagues and all that kind of stuff. But one thing that we didn't see pop up is a Busquets. Literally, the only player who comes even close to doing what Busquets does, who's currently an active player and is pretty good, is an elite footballer, has to be Rodri. Otherwise, we've seen tons of ball-playing centre-backs come through, right? Who've emulated things that Gerard Piqué did. Maybe you could even say some have improved on it or done it at a higher level with greater efficiency or whatever, your Van Dijks, all those guys. But one thing we've not seen is somebody operate as a single pivot, doing the Busquets things and doing them to any degree that comes close or is higher than what Busquets has done. And that's just what we're losing here, right? That's the guy who we've had in our team for the past 15 years, somebody who we could always rely on to be there for us. Of course, he has his low moments, as probably happens, especially towards the end of a player's career. He's had some games where I've been out here, calling for his head, calling for him to be substituted in matches and all that kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, that's a flash in the pan of the ridiculously decorated career that he has had. Okay, we're talking 28 trophies here, all right? 8 La Liga trophies, 7 Copa del Reyes, 7, Supercopa España, 3 Champions Leagues, 3 UEFA, Super Cups, 3 Club World Cups. We're talking seriously decorated. In fact, that's going to be 29 trophies by the end of this season, because we know he's adding another La Liga. This man is going to be on 9 La Liga trophies. How many players do you know who have managed to win their league 9 times out of 15? I'll wait. You let me know. Okay, and we're not even counting the stuff that he won with Spain, right? The World Cup, the Euro. This guy has easily got 31 trophies to his name by the end of this season, and who knows where he's going. He's probably going to win more there, because as far as I can tell, trophies follow my man wherever he goes. Anywho, that's basically that from me, guys. There's going to be, a big match for Barcelona this coming weekend. Can't wait for that. The Catalan Derby, during which Barcelona can, of course, both win La Liga and possibly relegate Espanyol. I mean, what more motivation do Barcelona need to win a match of football? But other than that, guys, once again, I say thank you to Sergio Busquets for all his years of service and for leading us to a La Liga title that's, one we haven't seen in so long. And also, thanks to Jordi Alba as well, should he be leaving. And with that being said, please do let me know your thoughts on what you have seen here today. You can leave your thoughts in the comments if you're watching on YouTube. And you could just rate me, guys. Rate me on Spotify. Give me 5 stars, of course, and then just leave your thoughts. I know, you could even say bad things, but just put 5 stars, okay? Anyway, I thank you all for tuning in. Have a great day, and Forza Barca.